What's up, future millionaires? It's Mike the Investor, and today's video is brought to you by 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗑𝗠𝗏, the top IRA platform in the world today in crypto. Now, not only can you invest in cryptocurrency, but you can also invest in precious metals completely tax-free, 24/7, 365. Now, two quick updates on 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗑𝗠𝗏. There is no longer a monthly fee to use this platform, and now if it is your first time using 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗑𝗠𝗏, when you use my link down below, you'll get $100 free in Bitcoin. And as for the cryptocurrency available on 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗑𝗏, you can see they have a lot of the big names in the top 100 cryptos that are here to stay, that you can save on those capital gain taxes. Now, last but not least, that's very important, is the security behind 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, their military grade security wallets, who they use for their custody services, Coinbase Custody, and Curve. Now, if you want to check out 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 for yourself, definitely check out the 𝗓𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 link in the description, so that way you can get $100 free in Bitcoin. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about another metaverse play-to-earn crypto project called UFO Gaming. Now, we're going to be looking at the price chart. We're also going to dive into what is UFO Gaming, kind of the elements of this project, and then after that, kind of what are my thoughts about UFO Gaming. But enough talking, let's jump into it after this. Alright, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now, if you're looking for a certain section in this video, check out the timestamps in the description below. Now, first and foremost, let's dive into the price chart, and then we're going to briefly look at the liquidity lock and also the burnt supply. So let's check it out. And so we are briefly on DEX tools, and I'm also going to show you as well on CoinGecko. But I just wanted to show what the total amount of holders is, right under 40,000, 39,600. And so you can see this project is still relatively small. It is close to $1 billion, but I just kind of wanted to show how many holders this project has. Now, if we go over to CoinGecko and we move up just a tad, we can see the market has turned around a little bit. After that pullback that we've seen, we are at 2.8 trillion. Market is up around 3% on today at the time of this video. And if we look at the price of UFO Gaming, ticker symbol is UFO, it is 3694, and it is up about 25% on the day. Now, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros left, and as we can see here, you can see here is the total supply, 25.7 trillion. And if we move down just a tad so we can see the 90-day chart, you can see since June 30th, which is kind of when this coin came out, this baby has been running ever since. So if we move down a little bit, you can see on the 30-day it is up 360%, 14 days 65%, and on the week 83.2%. And so as you can see, the supply is pretty big, but they did actually burn half of the supply because it was around 51 trillion. And so if we go over to Etherscan, we are on UFO, and as you can see, here was the max supply, 51.5 trillion, but they burnt half of that, which is 25.7 trillion, which gives us what we see today, the other 25.7 trillion for the max supply and total supply. And so if we move over to the total liquidity lock, which is very important for newer projects, we can see 99.29% of the liquidity is locked. And if we move on down, this is going to tell us as well how long that it is locked for. So we have the unlock countdown, 44 days, and then this one is 311 days. All right, and so I just wanted to briefly show those things before we kind of dive into the full project and the website. And so remember, before you do any buying of any cryptocurrencies, do not just take my word for it. Do your own due diligence, because these videos are strictly for entertainment and educational purposes only. But let's dive into the website of UFO Gaming. So here we have it, the UFO Gaming website, and if you want to check this out for yourself, it is ufogaming.io. So in a nutshell, this is going to tell us what this metaverse game is all about. And so the dark metaverse is a closed loop, ever expanding ecosystem that will consist of play to earn games with breedable in-game NFTs and a virtual land that will entitle collectors to in-game revenue. Now, all games will funnel through UFO's mothership gaming launchpad, UFO Unlocks Everything. So this metaverse is powered by the UFO token. And so as we can see here, we have the revenue section. We also have the DAO rights, so the largest holders will have the most say so. And then you also have the 𝗂𝗏721, which are the tradable NFTs, which is on the virtual land. And so let's go ahead and move down a little bit further. Here is the 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗘. Here are a couple pictures of their blockchain game. Let me scroll here. Couple cool pictures of what the game will look like. It's called 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗘 once again, and you can see they have two different elements to the NFTs. They have in-game NFTs, which of course will be skins, armors, weapons, you name it, and then they have an NFT marketplace that you will be able to buy and trade NFTs. And so as we move down to the last part here, part of this element ecosystem is going to be a multi-chain, metaverse type game that will offer layer 1 and layer 2 one game and one planet interoperability. And you can see you got BAT, Binance, Cardano, Solana. This is pretty big, so very, very exciting to see what happens. Now, this game isn't out just yet. However, we will see what's going to be coming when they actually launch the game. Now, one thing I do want to go to briefly is the white paper, and this kind of gives us just another idea of what the game is. 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗘 is an RPG arcade action ARG game that lets you battle and breed digital super soldiers in UFO's first revealed fourth dimension realm. Now, this is also the introduction to the dark metaverse own in-game assets, UFO EPS. So in simplest terms, we can see that UFO Gaming 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗘 game is an arcade virtual world that you will use the in-game NFTs to use for playable characters. Now, they also have an NFT marketplace as well, which is separate, where you can buy and trade NFTs. And so this is a pretty exciting game to see what's going to happen just looking at the pictures. And they do have a very strong community and social media presence as well. So UFO Gaming is definitely one of those up and coming metaverse gaming projects. It also has close to a 1 billion market cap, as we saw. And two things to mention as well: they have a partnership with Polygon, which will be implementing for their NFTs, and they also have a partnership with Chainlink. And so those are two major players in the crypto space, and they have a partnership with UFO Gaming. Now, if we do a quick recap on the elements, or I should say the use cases of this project, one, we have the game 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗘. It has the in-game NFTs that can gain value and you can sell later and earn revenue. They have the NFT marketplace. They're also going to have a staking feature as well, which is pretty cool. And then they're also going to have a governance feature for the largest holders of UFO Gaming and whatever else that they start to implement. And so in my opinion, I do think UFO, is one of the top 10 gaming projects out there. Still do your own due diligence before investing, in any cryptocurrency, because these videos are only for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now, if you gain some value from this video, most importantly, smash that like button. You know what to do. And also, if you haven't connected with me on my social platforms, definitely consider connecting with me at Mike the Investor, and also be mindful of the spam accounts out there as well. But always remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, and I'm out.